Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Jadon Sancho. We've yet to really hear from Sancho to say, yes, I am definitely 100% staying at Borussia Dortmund. Hence, there is still a little bit of speculation around it. But will this now see them go into the transfer market and try and get a defensive player more than an attacker?
Well, I think more importantly, if they needed a proof or a reminder of why they need to be very active this summer, I think tonight's game shows it. You cannot win big trophies, whether that's a league title or a European Cup, whatever it is, Europa League or Champions League, with 11 players. This is impossible. And I think the boys have been right. Apart from this 11 that started the game and played for 85 minutes altogether, there was nothing left on the bench. Even Ighalo really should not be really a Manchester United player, or it should be the backup of the backup striker if you want, not your second option as a striker. And unless they have a much better squad in terms of depth and quality, they won't be able to compete for big trophies. And I think, and I'm sure they knew it before, but tonight I think is another proof of that. Okay, it's not just Jadon Sancho they need to go and get out, because Sancho will make a big difference. And we saw, as talented as Mason Greenwood is, there's games where he's showing his limit because he's only 18, because he's already played a lot, maybe too much for a first season, and you can't rely on him for a full season, especially on big goals. So yes, Sancho is well needed, and so are reinforcement, not just in the starting 11, but also for the bench.
There's no depth there at all, is there, Robbo?
No, there isn't. You know, I mean, you look at the bench that they had, Mata coming on, Lingard is fallen out of favour. He's not the player he was when he was playing for England and doing well at the World Cup. You look at the back players, Eric Bailly's done okay when he's played, but he's not an outstanding centre. If they want to go and win, as Jules said, the Premier League, they want to go and win the Champions League, they've got to improve their squad. It might be just improving one or two positions on the field, but improving the substitutes bench much more next year.
So how do we spin it, Stevie? One hand, Manchester United finished third in the Premier League, make it to the semi-finals of the Europa League. On the other hand, they finished 33 points off Liverpool and they come up against a decent side in Europe and they're out.
Well, I think it doesn't matter how we spin it. It depends on what's going through Ole's head. You know, Ole can sit there and congratulate himself and the team and the background staff for getting them to where they are. He'll maybe be sitting thinking, well, we got to this semi, we got to that semi, we got to the Champions League. Now, if that's how he's thinking, then he's in big trouble. How he has to be thinking is right. This is where we are. We've lost these games because we're not quite there and we need to take another step up. And that's my job. I have to get up the stair, convince the board to give me more money, and I have to get better and more players. If that's how he's thinking, they've got a chance. But if he's thinking, I want to clap myself on the back and everybody around me, then they're not going to go any further.
Robbo, question marks over whether or not should have been a penalty late on in the first half. Bruno Fernandes brought down.
Question marks by who? I certainly wouldn't give a penalty for it. It was a 50-50 challenge. Fernandes tried to make the most of it. Certainly not a penalty for me.
Stevie?
Absolutely not.
No pen.
Jules?
Not close.
Neither, no.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.